Hey, good morning once again to the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach, presented by Bonsoy. Round of 32 continues. Heat number 11 features Rio Waida taking on S.Pupo. Rio Waida on a roll this season inside the top 10, and S.Pupo. Miguel ended up getting knocked out of the contest. Miguel sitting inside the top 10. And now the opening ride for heat number 11 of the round of 32 is just an up and down for Rio.
And so handed over priority to S.Pupo, who looks like he's going to use it right now, Joe. S.Pupo, nice wall in front of him. You take it away.
Thanks, Kaipo. Off the bottom, drawing a beautiful line back into the power source. Hits it off the top again into a third move, and Samuka is able to throw a nice little top turn. Now fading to get to this lower road section. Not the easiest section of attack, so taps the whitewater a couple times, and he'll use those as his finishing moves. Pupo happy to get priority at Undisputed right away on that first ride, as he fell off the cut at stop 5 last year. He's got till stop 7 this year to get it done. What'd you see on this one, Flick?
Oh, just attacking from the first turn. That big layback there, just throwing so much water. And it's sort of that same approach that we saw from, Xavier, from Griff, just not really leaving much on the table. This inside section gets very tricky in here. There's a lot of different sort of water moving, lots of lump and bump, and sort of very hard to surf on the inside. But from the outside, I loved it. I love the intention here. I think coming out of the gates firing, knowing that he really does need to make this count, because if you look at where he is on the rankings right now, he's kind of low, right? And we're sort of approaching the cup, and it's just looming. A couple of events away, and I just love when it's either, you're going out there with the intention of just leaving nothing on the table. You don't want to be asking yourself questions when you come in. Could I have done more? Should I have given it more there? It's not nice to see him there, but it's bringing out this sort of different style of surfing.
Riding now is Rio Waida. Was a bit too deep. Now finally his first turn. A speed flow to get down the line. One of the fastest surfers on tour lays down the carve. Overhead section will take him down.
Wow, that was a bit of a tricky wave to surf. I think potentially that might have just been a one single wave rolling through, so just the one single wave set. I don't think there was much behind it maybe. There was quite a bit of lump and bump, and it looked like a tricky wave to read, so I'm actually surprised with how he did handle that carve through that second turn. Let's have a look. He's just different, and I think for the better. It's pushing him in different ways.
S.Pupo hits the lip to start. Second turn, lays down the stylish carve. Hits it through that top turn section. Little wrap to fade as it's filling up. Had a 6.83 on his opener. This is only going to help his lead by getting a second scoring ride. Samuel just tidying up towards the tail end of this wave and rides away. Both came back from a very successful run on the Challenger Series. Flick, what'd you see on this one?
Just a great backup wave. Attacking again from the get-go. Couple of nice turns. He gets 3 turns on the bowl, which is really impressive. It's a smaller wave too. Brings it through to the inside. It's going to back up this 6.8 just beautifully. And I also just love, you can just see what it means to him. He's stoked, and I think he's 30th on the rankings right now, so this really means something to him as we see Rio just, wow, Challenger Series for no reason. It's difficult.
Rio on the wind-up float to get down the line. Nice top turn arc, and just trying to over surf that section. He's had a series of falls to try to find his rhythm in this matchup this morning.
He's someone that also comes to mind that really beautifully matches the power of this wave.
Let's see if Rio can light this one up. Nice calm start, little bunny hop down the line, just kind of showing he's still a little off pace this morning. S.Pupo efficiency, 2 waves ridden. 6.83, 6.27. Here's wave number 3. Wall stretching out. Tail dropping out of the sky after that rooftop float. Lays it into the pocket with a wrapping cut back. Sets that rail again on that JS. And now getting into a fun wall. End section kind of set up that float, feeling his way to make sure he stayed on his feet. I was almost expecting something major on that end section, but gosh, it can be tricky when there's a few steps in the lip, and he just wanted to grease the finish.
Difficult out there, and Griff brought up a good point in his post-heat interview with Vaughan, is that it's kind of wobbly and chunky, and that was a beautiful demonstration of that. It's chunky, there's funky little sections, and he's like, it was forcing me to go up into the lip more, and I went with that approach as opposed to that out on the face carving approach. I mean, right here, I mean, it just looks very tricky. These are the best surfers in the world, right?
Really try to force maneuvers. You know, maybe you can get yourself out of jail at Winky Pop with one major full road more often than not, where Bells is going to say, hey, take me where I need to go. And Sammy's doing that really well. Waida trying to get involved here, inside the top 10 at the moment. Smaller wave, but he's finding his flow, winding up and chucks it away. So the struggle continues for the man from Bali. Trying to break down a combo, 14.66, missing the first wave. S.Pupo's looking to unload, and a big connection to start. Driving hard off the bottom and lets go of it, and his control off the tail. He wanted to put so much into it. He lost his stance. That section was probably just everything he's dreamed of coming here to Bell, seeing it just cupped out. Big old bowl section, but maybe just got a little bit too excited there.
So good when you got that. We'll get back to that, Rio, quick in and out, but it's just that cupped out nature to this wave. It just slices through the water, and I think obviously Sammy just so much energy, so much reverberation. Let's see Rio.
Rio looking to get in the seat, needs to break the combo here if he wants a chance. Still nothing major, still chasing a good section, and kind of slow motion on the wrap. He just had to get out of there. It's been a really tough heat for a man that's been so solid all season. Going the right direction for the Brazilian who won Rookie of the Year in 2022. Can Rio turn things around? Solid one on his way back out. Goes down the carve. Springs into another carve off the top. End section's coming up quick for Rio, but he'll punch through it. Trying to settle down and get in the seat. That was a good sign there, but does he have enough time? 3:40 to go.
I mean, I heard Richie talking about it before. You're just doing the math, right, of how long it takes. You're right. I mean, he's not all the way on the inside, but he's quite far in. You know, you've got 3 big belts. He's going to get out there on the ski.
Xavier Huxtable eliminating world number 1 Italo Ferreira. Griffin's a low seed this year, taking out Matthew McGillivray. S.Pupo up again. Now into the final minute, just keeping himself hot and fresh for the round of 16. He doesn't really need. Rio is going to run out of time. And Rio Waida will throw down a big float and just a tangle up on the landing. That must have been a frustrating fall there.
He's trying to make things work. Unfortunately, he's in this combination situation, so as we see Sammy sort of taking a bit of a victory lap here.
What a crucial win for S.Pupo. It's been a challenge to get out of this round, and a very convincing controlled win to get into the round of 16. Rookie of the Year in 2022, as he will move on to the round of 16, and Rio Waida is going to shake that one off. He's still enjoying a stellar season that brought him to the final in Abu Dhabi, quarterfinal in Portugal. And he'll move on like a pro into the next stop.